Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington.
This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Derrick Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
2nd and 11.
Looking to throw. Willis. Eluding the pressure right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time for the Titans. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Willis. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Operating from the gun, Willis. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Henry Ruggs.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Dwayne Eskridge
score. Touchdown, Seahawks. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. To throw on 3rd down, Willis.
And he will find his man Ruggs. And he will have a Titans first down as they get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing on 1st down, Willis.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Willis.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again.
This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down straight ahead.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. On 1st down, Willis.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw, Willis. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
This is Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Kaepernick.
That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Penny, a first down carry. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it with Carson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Nice throw. Big man catches the football for a first down, and that big man, that's DK Metcalf, the 9th receiver taken in the 2019 draft class. I think if we redid it, he might very well be the first one off the board. 83 catches for 1,300 yards last year.
Dancing to his left. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw, Kaepernick. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked by Jared Wilson. And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right.
And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connect.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Henry Ruggs
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it.
And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range.
He's got a man, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field.
Watch 18. 18's the mark. Check back. Mike 18. Mike. I'm coming.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Titans going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, Willis.
Reception here by Ruggs.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
The final shot before break. Willis. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Henry Ruggs.
As time expires in the first half.
And the Titans will extend their lead on the final play of the half.
Marr on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room, an onside kick attempt. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Second half begins with a run from Penny. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Kaepernick. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 38, and the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, they go again with Henry. Powerful running. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This is caught. Touchdown. Let's go. Come on. Henry runs 27 yards. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
18's the mic. I'm on.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to have great... position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
36. Check.
Henry again on 2nd down.
Oh, he bowls over him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Check.
Off play action. Willis. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Titans.
Henry Ruggs.
47 yards. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. Hey, check.
Here's Kaepernick. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Kaepernick going to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Kaepernick now to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Draw play. This is Carson. Powers through him. Gets through, and now an opening. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And that's complete to Swain.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Just like that.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick.
Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Mike 18, Mike 18. Hey, 91, 91. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Now Kaepernick. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
Wiggles free. Still fighting. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
A first down carry for Henry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Bust through the tackle, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do that, right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. On first down, Kaepernick. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Here's Kaepernick to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
A gain of 34 yards. First down, Titans.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.